Algebra 2 students to the homework help video, page 111, numbers 5 through 12. Let's go ahead and get started and see if I can't help you here. This will be probably one of the shortest homework assignments you'll have all year, which is fine. We'll definitely have more difficult ones throughout the year also. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. The first four are pretty simple. The directions say to tell whether there is a negative, positive, or no correlation. So if you look at number 5 here, watch carefully. Here's the left side. Here's the right side. Going from left to right, it's going down. And so we have a negative correlation. A negative correlation. Number 6. Guys, I gotta be honest with you. If you see a line out of that, that's fine, but I just don't see it. I mean, I guess it's kind of like a really wide line that gets smaller and smaller, but that's not at all what we're looking for. I mean, it could go like this, this. There's really no correlation there at all. There's really not, okay? So no correlation. Number 7, same thing, guys. Look at that. I mean, just no correlation whatsoever. Number 8. Okay, obviously going from left to right is going up. So we would have a positive correlation. Positive correlation. Alright. Moving on to numbers 9 through 12, the directions say to write an equation of the line that you think best fits the scatter plot. So, again, a lot of students will pick different points. Okay, I'm picking ones that are A, close to the line, and B, are really close to the crosshairs. Because I want whole numbers, okay? In fact, I'm going to make them whole numbers. Like, I'm going to circle this point here. It's over 6, up 6, that point right there. So that's the point I'm going to use. This point right here, as far as I'm concerned, is really close to that crosshair. So I'm going to use -4, -6. I'm not being lazy when I do that. I'm just saying there's no need to try to go with, -2.2 and some other number. So this point here is close enough to -4, -6. This point here is close enough to 6, 6. Notice I picked one from this end and this end that are really close to the line, okay? So if I'm going to write the linear equation, remember, anytime you're given 2 points, this is the model you want to use right here. If you're given 2 points, or if you're given a point and a slope, in those two situations, you use this model right here, okay? If you're given the y-intercept and the slope, then you use this model here. Y equals mx plus b, okay? Please don't forget that. Alright, so we've been given 2 points, so we use the model y minus y subscript 1 equals m, x minus x subscript 1. Now, obviously, we have to know what the slope is, okay? So let's find the slope first. M equals y minus y. Here's a y and here's a y. So 6 minus a -6. The denominator is x minus x. So here's an x and here's an x. 6 minus a -4, which would give us 12 over 10, positive over positive, which would reduce to 6/5. So your slope is 6/5. Okay, so now we know what's going to go right there. Now, it doesn't matter which ordered pair you use, but pick one and cross the other one off. You're going to use one of these for your y here and your x here. I'm going to use the one that has no negative signs. Alright, so this is my x, this is my y, this is my m. So y minus, and then y, your y value is 6, equals m 6/5. Then x minus your x value, which is 6. Alright, so now let's get y by itself. Shouldn't be too bad. Y minus 6 equals 6/5 times x is 6/5 x. 6/5 times -6 over 1, positive times negative is negative. 36 over 5. Okay, 36 over 5. Now, to get y by itself, bring your -6 over and make it a positive 6. And let's see what you're left with. It should be, let's see, 7 1/5 minus 6, you should get 1 and 1/5. Let me check with my calculator. So I'm saying we're going to get this. Y equals 6/5 x minus 1 and 1/5, or minus 6/5. Let me check and see if that's accurate. Negative 36 divided by 5 plus 6. And yes, negative 6/5 is correct. So now you might have gotten a different answer than this because you might have chosen 2 different points. But if your steps are correct, that's what I'm looking for. Number 10, same thing. I like this point right here. It's right on negative 6, positive 4. That's a good point to use. Let's find one down here somewhere. Well, it's in the middle, kind of, but I'm going to go at this point here and pretty much say it's right there. So positive 6, negative 4. So those are the 2 points I'm going to use. Okay? Anytime you're asked to write a linear equation when you have 2 points, use this model right here. And first we must find the slope. So y minus y, here's a y, here's a y. So 4 minus a negative 4. Now x minus x, here's an x, and here's an x. So negative 6 minus 6. And that would be 4 minus a negative 4 would be 8. Negative 6 is negative 12. Now a negative, a positive over a negative is negative. 4 goes into both those numbers, so 2/3. So that's going to go in for m down here. Now, I don't care which ordered pair you use. Cross 1 off and use 1. This is your x, this is your y. So here we go. Y minus y subscript 1. For your y subscript 1, you want your y value to negative 4, so y minus a negative 4. For m, I'm going to put negative 2/3. And then x minus, and then for my x subscript 1, here's my x value here, 6. And so let's see what we get here. First of all, negative is positive. Let's take your 2/3 and multiply it through. Negative 2/3 times x, negative 2/3 x. And then negative, watch your signs here, negative 2/3 times negative 6 is a positive 4. 6 over 1, you get 12 over 3, which is 4. And then bring down your y, positive 4. Now bring your positive 4 over and make it a negative 4. This is pretty easy. Y equals negative 2/3 x. These cancel out. If you want to put plus 0, feel free to, but you do not have to do that. Okay, now you might have gotten, and by the way, I want to see how close I was to their answer. Yeah, 1 and 1/4, 1 and 1/5. That's not bad. Let's see what we have here. We got this answer here at 2/3, 3/5. It's decently close. 2/5 is close to 0. So, all right. So, guys, remember, you might be getting different answers than me, or even the book. It depends which two ordered pairs that you used. Okay. All right. Number 11. Let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to choose this point here, which is at negative 6, negative 2. And I'm going to choose this point here, which is at positive 6, positive 2. And because I have 2 ordered pairs to write the linear equation, I'm going to use this model here that I've been using the entire time. So let's start off with slope. Slope equals y minus y, negative 2 minus 2. X minus x, negative 6 minus 6. So we will get a negative 4 over a negative 12. Negative over a negative is positive. 4 goes into both of those numbers, so it reduces to 1/3. And there's your slope, 1/3. Now I'm going to cross off this ordered pair. I'm going to use this ordered pair here. This is my x and this is my y. So y minus, here's my y value 2, equals m, that's 1/3. X minus, now my x value is 6. And here we go. Let's get y by itself. Y negative 2 equals 1/3 times x, 1/3 x. 1/3 times negative 6 is negative 2. Now bring the negative 2 over and make it a positive 2. And we're left with y equals 1/3 last but not least, let's go ahead and write a linear model for the scatter plot here. Let's see here. I like this point here is pretty close to 4, 6. And actually, this point here is pretty close to 0, -2. And that's the 2 points I'm going to use, okay? And I'll make sure on your tests and quizzes that I give points that are on the crosshairs like this, okay? Alright, here we go. So we're given 2 ordered pairs, and we're asked to write a linear equation that represents the scatter plot. Now, whenever you're given 2 points, use this model here. We must first find the slope of the line that passes through these 2 points. So m equals y minus y, that's 6 and -2, so 6 minus -2. X minus x, that's positive 4 and 0, so 4 minus 0. Well, 6 minus -2 is 8, 4 minus 0 is 4, 8 over 4 is 2. So there's my m. Now cross off one point. I'm going to use this ordered pair here. Here's my x, here's my y. So y minus y, that would be 6. And then for m, I'm going to substitute positive 2. And then x minus x, that would be 4. And now let's get y by itself. Take your positive 2 and multiply it through. 2 times x, 2x. 2 times -4, -8. Bring your -6 over, make it a positive 6. And you're left with y equals 2x -2. Now let's see how close we were to there. They have 1.5 for the slope, we have 2. They have -1 for the y-intercept, we have -2. So decently close. Okay, remember, if you're not using the least squares regression formula, then you're just getting an estimation of the line, and that's all you're going to get. Okay, so it doesn't have to be exactly like the answer they have. Okay, guys, that's it. I hope this homework help video has been a help to you. If you have any questions, never hesitate to call or email.